So last time you had to create a logo to use in your videos. You didn't know how to import certain types of media and you didn't know what to do. If that's the case, today I'm here to show you how you can easily import multiple of types of media to use to create a logo. In this case, I'm going to create a 3D logo inside of Davinci Resolve. So let's jump into the computer and let me show you how easy it is. So let's go. So here we are inside of the edit page, and as you can see, I already have here a logo that I create for a company that I'm creating, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to create this, because this logo is composed with multiple types of media. So let's go. So let's create our new Fusion composition. I'm going to call it logo, and I'm going to come into the Fusion, and here we are inside of Fusion, and we have our media out. As always, I like to start with the background connected to over here. This background, I'm going to put the alpha to 0, and let's add our render 3D. Connect the render 3D to our background, and it creates this merge. In the render 3D, I'm going to enable the lighting, the shadows, and I'm going to use hardware render. Now let's add here a merge, and in this merge I'm going to add a camera, and I'm going to add another merge over here, connect this to this one, and in this one I'm going to add here 2 spotlights, and I'm going to connect them here to the merge. Now let's start to add our media. The first thing I'm going to use is the text 3D. I'm going to here, and I'm going to call it type PM, and I'm going to use the font Blanca, this one, and I'm going to connect this one to over here, and let's put the merge here in the viewer 1. Let's select here the camera. Let's move our camera back. Let's go to the text, and let's resize the text a little bit. Let's come here to the size, and let's put something like this. Let's see. Yeah, it's okay. Now I'm gonna use it for the spotlight, and I'm gonna put it somewhere around here. And I'm gonna come here to the transform. I'm gonna put a little like this, and I'm gonna hit the controls, and I'm gonna increase the cone angle and the penumbra angle and the drop off. So the second one, I'm gonna move it back. I'm gonna come here to the control. Let's rotate it like this. Let's see the direction. Let's come here and see. I'm gonna move it somewhere around here, and I'm gonna put it a little bit over there, and in here do the same, increase like this. So now let's add another text 3D over here. Let's connect to the merge, and in this one I'm gonna type laser, and I'm gonna come here to the font and Montserrat, and the size I'm gonna resize it also. Gonna something like this. Come here to the transform, to the Y. Let's put it a little down. Let's go to the text, this one, and do the same, and a little bit up. And I'm gonna increase a little bit more. Okay. So something like this. And now let's start to add another part. And in this case, I'm gonna use this PNG file that I have over here. So to use a PNG, you can't connect it directly over there, because this is a 2D object and this is a 3D object. Now let's add here an image plane, connect it like this, and now you can connect it to over here, and you have your PNG over there. So I'm gonna, after this, I'm gonna add a transform 3D because my object is too big. So let's come here, go to the size, let's resize it and do something probably like this, and I'm gonna move it up, something like this. Now let's go to our text 3D one, let's go to the text, let's go to the extrusion. Let me rotate this something like this, and let's go to the extrusion depth over here, and let's increase it to something 0.15. Now let's go to the text 2 and do the same, but in this case I'm going to put 0.3. Let's see if it's too much. No, it's okay. Now I'm going to come here to the transform, and I'm going to move it a little bit forward, okay, to be in the middle of both. Now let's go to our media, and after this transform, let me put it like this, and after this transform, I'm gonna put a duplicate 3D and add it. So now come here and let's add this. This is the number of duplications that we're gonna create. I'm gonna put maybe 75, something like this. And I'm going to give an offset of 0.01. Let's see, probably too much. Let's give 0.01. And let's see how it is. We have to move it forward. So let's go here to the transform, and here in the Z, let's move it a little bit because I want it in the middle of the letters. So here we have it. So we have a text 3D, we have our PNG file, so we imported a PNG file, and now let's create a circle around our letters. You can do it in multiple ways. If you have, for example, an SVG file of a circle, you can import it and do exactly the same as you did in here. Instead of the media one is the SVG file, but I'm gonna use a different technique. I'm gonna use shapes. So I'm gonna right click here and type shift space and type S ellipse. I'm gonna add it over here. So we have our ellipse, and after that, I'm gonna shift space and add an extrude 3D. So we can use the ellipse, and now I'm gonna connect it to over here. And we have it like this, too big. So let's arrange this a little bit like this. And with the ellipse selected, come here and check the solid, come here to the border width and increase it to the size that you want. If you want a rectangle, you can use an S rectangle or any other shape. Let's come here. For me, it's okay, it's something like this, but it's too big. Let's see something a little bit smaller, like this. And I'm gonna center it so everything is okay. So let's come here to the text and let's drop it a little bit. Let's go to this one, do the same. Let's go here to this transform 3D and drop it also, something like this. And now you can add, I'm gonna add another 3D text, but you can import another PNG file or SVG file or a 3D file. If you want, you can import directly a 3D file, but in my case I want to type here art with laser, and I'm gonna change this to Montserrat instead of bold. medium. So now let's resize the letter, something like this. I'm gonna here to the transform, I'm gonna put them where I want them to be. I want them to be right here, probably a little bit bigger. Okay, now let's go to the extrusion. In here, let's type 0.6. Probably I want it more. I want it a little bit further. And I'm gonna here 0.8. And we have our logo created. This is a simple one for me. I wanna come here to the ellipse and I'm gonna change the style, the color, because I want this to be this color. And now I'm gonna animate. You notice that I put one merge here and another one here because I want to animate this in different ways and I needed to put a transform over here. So let's shift space, let's add transform 3D, add it over here, and in the first I'm gonna add here a keyframe to the transform. I'm gonna do the size and I want a rotation in X. And I'm gonna come here to the 22 and do the same. Let's go to the first one and I wanna rotate this 90 degrees and I wanna put it to 0. Okay, let's come here to the extrude 3D. Extrusion depth, I forgot to give it something like this. Okay, so it will come like this. And now in the 24, I'm going to go to the camera, gonna the transform to the Y. Let's go here to the 96 and put it 360. Now over here 98. I'm gonna come here to the transform again, here and in here. Over here, this one and this one. This one I'm at 90. And over here, add another one. And I want it to 0, so doing this and it will disappear. So we can go to the edit page, grab our logo, and if we play it, here we have our logo. Oh, something isn't right. I know what I did wrong. Let's go here to the camera. I forgot one thing. Here in the camera, as you can see, I have to change here the pivot point over here because I want the pivot point to be in the middle of the image. Now, if I do this, it will rotate. Now it's done. I forgot to put that. So let's go to the edit page. Let's delete this, and add our logo over here. And let's play it. And here is our logo rotating and disappearing. So as you can see, it's very easy to create and animate a 3D logo or other kind of logo using the multiple types of media. So I hope this information was helpful and I hope you learned something today. And if yes, don't forget, hit that like button, that helps a lot. Subscribe if you're not subscribed yet and hit that notification bell to be notified next time I launch a video. Until then, bye!